All right. So what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Kel from Handlebars and Cigars. You can follow me on both Instagram and YouTube at Handlebars and Cigars. And to my right, we have
Will Hart from the world famous Cigarage.
And that's the world's famous Cigarage. Guys, gals, people all around the world, sit back, relax. We got a great show in store for you this week. And what we're going to do before we do anything, we're going to go around the room and we're going to ask everybody what you're smoking and what you're drinking. Then we're going to bring on our special guest. We're going to talk about the featured stick.
I like how you gave me that look.
And I think Ruben and I are going to touch base a little bit just to kind of fill you guys in on that PTSD awareness motorcycle ride that we did last week up in lovely Hickory, North Carolina. So without further ado, we're going to go with my left, your right. Start with Michael. What you smoking? What you drinking, bro?
You mean Tony?
It's Tony.
Oh, sorry, Tony.
Michael's going to be on board. Don't worry. Did we get the mic on?
Brick House.
All right.
Well, pass the mic.
There we go.
Yo, can you hear me?
Yep.
Brick House and a bottle of water.
Okay, we got the Brick House and a bottle of water. What we got here, Mr. Bobby B?
I
Bobby
have
T?
the cigar,
The feature stick?
the feature stick of the day,
Well, the semi-featured stick.
Okay, the almost
semi-feature
feature.
stick of the day, and I'm drinking Glen Morangi single malt Scotch.
All right, Basement Jack, what you got?
What's up, everyone? Right now, I'm just finishing up in LFD, Nicaragua,
You know, got my favorite word.
and I have the feature stick. I just finished a Fresca. I'm gonna get real deep and have a bottle of water.
All right, Kevy Kev, what you got, baby?
Smoking this looks like this Italian stick.
The Italian stick? I
Yeah.
like how you say that. The Italian. Hey, Adrian.
Yo,
Adrian, you got a cigar for me?
smoking
Keep bringing that freaking bell. What's going on?
Smoking this the feature stick,
Yeah.
and I'm drinking my. What am I drinking?
Drinking your Crystal Light. What's up?
My
Grape
Crystal
flavor. What's up,
My
Adrian?
grape Crystal Light.
Hey. What's up, Kareem? In on the ladies' dreams. More like nightmares, but go ahead.
I just lit up the feature stick and sipping on air.
Okay. Aaron?
Sipping on sunshine.
Got the featured stick, sipping on some tequila and Coke Zero.
All right.
And we're
Tequila
trying to
and
find
Coke Zero.
the root beer.
Yeah, what's up with the root beer? Oh, he drank it all.
Did he, bro?
All right, we got Dimps. What's going on, Daryl D? What's up in the place to be? What
Hey,
you smoking and tell us what you drinking.
I'm doing the feature stick because I like to conform to what everybody else is doing,
Okay.
and then I'm having a Michter's bourbon.
Nice. Nice. All right, Teddy Ted, what's up, baby? What you got? What you smoking? What you drinking?
Smoking an A,
Okay.
drinking a Modelo Chelada.
Modelo Chelada. There
Oh,
you go.
nice. All right, Rube, what you got, baby?
He ain't smoking anything, but he's sipping on something.
Yeah. I'm gonna save my feature stick to later, and I'm drinking some Buffalo Trace.
Buffalo Trace. There
All
you go.
right.
All right. Let's see
And,
what our video audience
Yeah,
has
let's see
got
what
to say
they.
about
There you
this.
go.
All right. Let's just bring them on. All right. Dirty Biker, Doug. Is that all we got on for now? Yep. Okay. All right. Dirty Biker.
Smoking a Tatuaje.
No.
Get out of town.
The Mummy redo from last year. Tatuaje is releasing their new monster line this year called The Creatures, coming out later this month. And going with the 18-year American Light Whiskey from Penelope. Nobody caught any of that, did they?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
I heard it. Yeah. That's all I got to say.
All right. Okay. All right. I thought
I was just adjusting.
I thought you was going to give us a Tatuaje origin story. But we'll catch that next week on the show.
Right.
Back in.
All right, Doug.
We'll get a monster update.
Evening, gentlemen. Tonight, I am going
T52.
52. 52,
All right.
only because I've got reloads coming. And then
Creamalicious. What?
Oh, whiskey war.
French oak? I can't read that.
Armagnac casks.
Okay.
That's part of their single barrel select
look
series.
at that
Oh,
top.
nice.
Hey, Doug, I do got to say, I saw on Sealbach that they had the 250 Whiskey War double available to buy online. So I may have to pull the trigger on that one.
Yeah.
It is their double is actually very, very good. I've had the week off. I might shoot down there. Went on sale yesterday, I think. May shoot down there to the distillery either tomorrow or Saturday. We'll see.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Nice.
All right, sir. Will, and what would you have?
Well, I got the semi-featured stick. I
Okay.
got the Antico by Toscano.
Okay.
And you, of course, have the Terre, which I smoked on Saturday, mistakenly thinking that the Terre were going to be here on Monday. But we'll go over that with Michael from Toscano Cigars.
And what you drinking?
Having some of Bib and Tucker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Never heard of them.
Yeah, they're right over there.
Okay.
Bib and Tucker.
All right.
I don't know if they're,
All right,
brothers
so,
or anything.
So I am actually smoking the feature stick. I read the
instructions.
I understood the assignment, and I'm drinking a Mexican Coke. Also read the assignment on that. So what we're gonna do right now is, I guess you want to bring Michael in.
Yes, I do.
All right, I'm gonna let you go ahead and do the intro.
All right, let's bring him on. Keep the rest of the guys off. There we go. If we have any questions, we'll bring you guys on. Michael Capellinni from Toscano Cigars.
My man Mike, what's going on, baby? What's shaking?
I like how he said, Will, why don't you do the introduction?
Long time, brother. Long time.
Oh,
I know it was.
God.
How much fun did we have at PCA?
Oh my God!
How much fun? Maybe we should show that clip right now.
Yeah, I tell you. I tell
Just to get everybody else accustomed to what
that was my
what we
first
went through.
time in that environment, and I had a blast.
Yeah, you
And
did.
of course, you had the blast because of
Well, I had a little extra hemoglobin shot, but
A.
I think we had to go and buy more after you left. But yeah,
I was wired for sound. I left them speechless.
I loved it. I loved every second of it. It was awesome. It was awesome.
Hold on a second, Michael.
Mike, we got to get you some more, little bit
happened?
more volume.
Oh, I can definitely turn this up. There you go. But you're gonna hear a little reverb from me. You good with that? All right, Mike.
All right, we good?
Do a little mic check.
Testing.
Yeah, you guys can hear him now? All right, we're good.
All right, we're good?
Yep.
Yep.
And hold on.
Yep.
Rube, while I do this, can you put on the that video? Do the blooper first.
Oh, God.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
God. This is going to be phenomenal. Can't wait.
Right hand. There we go.
Wait a second.
No. We're getting there. He's just got to
wait a minute.
Entire screen. Oh, just that part.
I like how
There we
Will,
go.
I like how Will quarterbacks this like an offensive coordinator.
Toscano. Toscano.
I just took it over and I told him.
Michael was like this. Where am I going? What's happening?
I told him, I said, you sure you want me to drink this? I just had an espresso, chilly.
You need to look badass. Put it in your mouth.
Just don't try to be cute with it, that's all.
That's it. It's going to be great. It'll be great.
Who's this guy walk by?
Sorry, we're in the booth. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah,
It is crazy. Wish you guys was here. We got a lot of things going on. I just had an espresso, chilly. You couldn't tell, but it was great. The energy, the vibe, the hype. Michael, chilly. Making noise. Having it off the chain.
You're staying in the booth.
When I tell you, what I love most, I just had an espresso, chilly. So we're gonna wrap this up. I promise I'm not going to have another espresso for at least another 5 more minutes. Look, I just had an espresso chilling.
Just so you guys have an idea of how much fun we had with Michael. Oh my Lord!
Hey, Mike, share with our audience here, people that's chimed in and people in the studio, that experience you had with me, Wired for Sound. What was that like?
It was. I'll tell you what. If it was later in the afternoon, I probably would have just gone home. Let's just put it that way. It was absolutely phenomenal. You guys brought such an energy to the booth. It was awesome. You pretty much set the tone. You set the bar for that day. So we had a blast the rest of that day, and you guys are to thank for that. So
Yeah, okay, so did anybody else bring it like we brought it?
Not even no. There's no. There's like not even there's not even a close second to that. So
Michael, yeah, they was just chilling.
They're just chilling.
They weren't even chilling. They were just.
Yeah, there was zero chilling going on. By the way. There was zero chilling going on.
Wow.
But, yeah, well, we didn't tell everybody there though. Too, it wasn't just straight espresso. There was a little bit of amaretto in there. We might
that's what did the trick for me.
Yeah, that gets you. You know, every time we're at that booth, you know, I'm gonna have an espresso, as we say in Italian, condito or corretto. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, you have 17 later. You're in another booth talking about a different cigar.
Yeah, you're chilling.
Well, look, I'm going to get the party started with the first question for you here, Michael.
Yeah.
One, tell us a little bit about yourself, your title, and how did you get associated with Toscano cigars?
Sure.
Wow.
So I am Michael. Well, you know what? I'm going to hold this because I'm going to drink it anyway. I was going to put my drink down. Stupid amateur move.
Chilling.
You like that edit though, huh?
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna get shirts made for next year for when you guys come, and we're gonna like throw them out like a baseball game as people walk by. So I'm Michael Capellinni. I'm the North American brand ambassador for Toscano. So essentially, what I do for the company is stuff like this podcast, chill, trainings, hand-in-hand work with our marketing team in Italy, and high-end events. So it's been a lot of fun. I started in late 2017 with the company, and it's been an absolute dream since, to be honest with you. To answer the question about how I got into it, I kind of literally fell into a pile of because I was working in Philadelphia and I left and I moved home for familial reason. And when I did that, I'm very involved with Italian organizations. I'm sure that shocks the hell out of everybody that's listening to us.
No.
What?
Yeah, shocking. But I was doing a presentation at an Italian organization here because I live in northeastern Pennsylvania, right outside of Scranton, and my current boss was actually there because in 2015. Manifattore Sigaro Toscano, my company, actually acquired the Avanti and Perotti company, which is based out of Scranton.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
So he, at that point, was the CEO of Avanti and Perotti, and he asked me numerous times to come work for him. And I was a cigar smoker, not anything extravagant. Like, I enjoyed Toscano solely because it's part of my history, which we'll get into later. But, I really didn't think I'd be in the industry, and here we are almost 9.5 years later, and I'm sitting on this podcast with you guys. So that's the rest is history. Chilling.
Well, if you want, we can run our interview that we had.
Okay.
Besides the blooper reel, just to get a little more in depth of what we were going to have, which was the Terre. Although
I'm having it, but go ahead.
Although Kel's having it. All right. Let's run this.
Understood the assignment. So we're here with Michael Capellinni from Toscano Cigars.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on, what we can expect for this year. So I'm going to start off with you. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and your company.
Sure. So I'm Michael Capellinni. I'm the North American brand ambassador for Toscano Cigars. Tough job, guys. Really, it is. I mean, here we are drinking coffee, smoking cigars. Like, literally, we are... an awesome opportunity to have you guys here. Thank you for giving us this, and as the brand ambassador, these are very, very imperative for the company, for the brand, for the future of the
exposure,
company, so the exposure itself. So I'm really excited to be here with you guys, and I'm fired up to talk a little bit about Toscano.
I gotta ask, Clint Eastwood.
Yes, I knew that.
Yes,
I knew it was coming.
Yes,
I knew it was coming.
yes,
He knew it was coming.
I knew it. So here's the thing. Yes, so Clint Eastwood did smoke Toscano in the spaghetti westerns, in the good, the bad, the ugly. That's why they're called spaghetti westerns, right? So Sergio Leone was a big Toscano fan, just like pretty much every Italian, right? And I wasn't there, but I'm told that Sergio Leone literally said to Clint Eastwood, "I want you to look more badass."
Right. I heard the exact same thing.
He said, "Okay, how?" Sergio Leone forced him to smoke a Toscano cigar because he's not.
And mind you, Clint Eastwood was not a smoker.
No, not at all.
He almost refused to have that cigar in his mouth.
Yep.
Sergio Leone said, "Nope,
nope.
You need to look badass. Put it in your mouth."
And that's what he did. And one of the most iconic things is him moving it from one side
to the other. That became very iconic.
It is. Now, I will tell all the viewers and you guys, don't try that when it's lit if you have a good suit on or a good shirt, because I have lost many to trying to look like
a little burns here and there.
Burn hole, I burned my skin on my leg the one time.
So guys, don't try this at home.
Don't try it at home. Don't try it at home. Try Toscano at home.
Yes. Try the cigar. Absolutely.
Don't try it.
Absolutely. Just don't try to be cute with it. That's all.
That's it. So,
what is that one cigar you're coming out with? That's got you excited. Here at PCA 2026.
Yeah, so our launch this year is the Toscano Terre, and for us it's an interesting blend of Italian tobaccos, because obviously when we talk about Sigaro Toscano, our tobacco comes from the United States and Italy. The tobacco in Italy is from Kentucky, Tennessee seed.
Okay.
That was gifted back in the 1300s. Jeez. To one of the kings of the five kingdoms. Like, it's a whole historical thing, and we don't have enough time because I could be here for 2 hours talking about it. That being said, this particular tobacco blend is neat because we have three different. We have one from Campania, which is a very light tobacco. One from Ponte Corvo, which is in Lazio, which is a very high nicotine, high octane tobacco.
Right.
And then the other is from Toscana, which is your medium, middle road tobacco. So it really is, we say it's tutto Italiano. It's everything Italian. And it's indicative of the Italian tobacco flavors that when you talk about anything earthy, like we say at Toscano all the time, what Mother Nature gives to the tobacco, we give directly back to the consumer.
Right now, we have a booth here, right behind Toscano Cigars, where you can roll your own cigar.
Yes.
One of our 40 female cigar rollers is here rolling the Toscano Originale today.
Wow.
What's her name?
Valentina.
So we want to give Valentina a shout out.
Yes.
Because we had Jack actually took on the role of trying to roll a cigar.
Did.
I heard he did well too.
Well, we're gonna judge that later on, guys.
Yeah, we'll see how.
He did better than I did. I can promise you that much.
Each cigar has a story.
Yes.
So what's the story behind this new cigar that you guys are talking about?
So like I said, Terre is really everything tutto Italiano. It's everything Italian. I mean, we're obviously an Italian company here in the United. The tobacco itself, I think that it's unique in its own way, but also you guys need to really understand all the power, the love, and passion that goes into each of our cigars, and that's the story of this cigar.
So we're gonna wrap this up. I promise I'm not going to have another espresso.
We're going to have to keep them
for at least another 5 more minutes. But Michael, it was a pleasure.
Pleasure's all mine, buddy.
Yes, I really appreciate it. We really appreciate
you guys
taking
a
time
lot.
with us. Thank you again.
Thank you, guys.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you. Brings back memories. I can't hear you guys.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're good. We just had our mics off during the video. So, got a question from the audience. What are you sipping on?
So I'm currently sipping on the Crown Royale Reserve. I don't know if you guys have had this yet. It's almost like one of their barrel selects, and it's funny. I was actually at the Big Smoke a couple years ago, and the Crown Royale booth was right across from us. And I'm not a big Crown guy, but then he gave me this, and it's a completely different beast. Really smooth, really nice finish, a little bit of sweetness, some nice caramel, almost like a roasted vanilla, a little bit of coconut. Absolutely delicious. Really, it pairs really well with the Toscano Antico. So
Oh, and from Jack just said, if you can read the comments, I rolled so well that I made it to your website.
Oh yeah.
They just
Yeah,
didn't have anybody
actually,
else rolling it.
he did. Yeah, he was one of the 2 people that did it. So we,
Really?
no, I'm just kidding.
Don't tell him that.
Don't tell him
Yeah,
that. It's
yeah.
going to get to his head.
Oh, he's already wearing a size 17 Triple E
No.
hat. As it is.
No, but honestly, that really, you know what amazes me about the cigar roller? I mean, it really does bring a major attraction to our booth because nobody else has that there.
Right.
And when you think about the historical significance of Toscano and the story behind our female cigar rollers, where they came from, how they started, and where they are today, it truly does bring full circle the power behind Cigarro Toscano. It's really it's a neat thing, and I think this year we had over 240 people roll their own cigars at the booth.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
why is there a reasoning behind having the female rollers?
Yeah, so that's a question.
They just
I get
like
all the
looking at
time.
women.
Yeah.
It's Italian.
Full clarity. I wasn't the one that said that.
Yeah, exactly. You're a good man.
But no, I get that question all the time, and realistically, it's because women have just a different touch with their hands. They have the capability to just roll the cigar so much better than we do. And when we talk about our team,
Mike, there's a lot of material in that.
No, that's for the after show. Stop.
Yeah. Well, that's after we drink 3/4 of the bottle of the reserve out there. We could have those conversations. But the history behind them and what they have to do to get to that position is really awesome. So if I'm not jumping the gun, I'll kind of dive into the cigar rollers because ultimately, without them, I don't have a job, right? So every company has a backbone. Every company has the heart and soul of their company. Yes. And I can honestly say that our female cigar rollers in the Lucca factory are that heart. They are the reason that we are able to provide this amazing, amazing product to so many people. So it started out back when Toscano was first started, when the first cigars were rolled back in 1815. And at that point, we had more than 40 female cigar rollers. But over time, they narrowed down to 40 solely because of the skill sets. They wanted to ensure that the best of the best were rolling our cigars for the consumers. And to put it into perspective for you, last year, Cigarro Toscano across the entire company, across our portfolio, including the aromatic cigars, long formats, hand rolled, etc., we sold 267 million single cigars.
What?
Wow.
Yeah, worldwide in 34 different countries. Yeah, I mean, Toscano, even though we're newer here in the United States, we've been around since 1815. So eventually, when you do things over and over repetitively, and you practice and practice, you eventually get get things done the right way.
You
right?
get it done.
So, and then when you put into perspective, of those cigars, the hand rolls by our 40 female cigar rollers, each female cigar roller per day per cigar roller is on average 520 cigars.
Damn. And that's just a single female roller.
A single female roller. They roll on average per day per roller 520 cigars. And it's interesting, they get paid by the piece. So what they'll do is, it's almost a sisterhood too. So that sisterhood, if one of the cigar rollers is actually not up to snuff that day or is falling behind on her numbers, they'll stay and they'll help her hit her numbers until every cigar is rolled for every female cigar roller. So everybody gets paid.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a team.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. It's a sisterhood. It's entrenched in history and love. And when you think about it, there's actually a fairly large amount of our female cigar rollers that are descendants from the original cigar rollers in 1815. Meaning, I talked to one actually, and you'll probably see it because we're gonna, I was in Lucca in May, and we did like 36 short films for our social media.
Nice.
And one of the most powerful, in my opinion, was when I talked to one of the female cigar rollers whose great grandmother started rolling the cigars, who then passed it down to her grandmother, her mother, it's incredible. And those that
tag us in that video for sure. Tag us.
I will,
in that video.
absolutely. It'll be on the Toscano Cigars Instagram.
Okay.
But aside from that too, the women that don't have, even them, actually, I shouldn't even say the ones that don't, even them, every single cigar roller that touches Toscano tobacco has to have 18-month apprenticeship, literally from seed to shelf, to understand the entire process before they can start rolling a Toscano cigar. So yeah, they're very strict. Sigaro Toscano itself, when we talk about the control of the tobacco, it's touched about 100 times, inspected 100 times to ensure from seed to shelf. It's an impressive. It's overly impressive as to the manpower, the woman power, the work that goes into the Toscano cigar, and that's just the rolling side. We can talk about the fire cure and the actual fermentation shortly, but
that was my next question. I was going to ask you what is one of your fermentation process like, and also how long is the tobacco actually aged before it rolls out into production?
Yeah, so that's a good. So let's start with the fermentation and the fire cure.
Okay.
So ultimately, our fermentation is very simplistic. I always say if there's a non-GMO cigar, it's Sigaro Toscano, because we ferment our tobacco with water. Literally, we get massive barrels of our tobacco that comes from the Foiano control plant, and we submerge it in water. We pick it up, we let it drip dry. We submerge it, we pick it up, we let it drip dry, changing the water to ensure that it doesn't become pasty. Once it gets to a specific temperature, they then take it out, and then you have the fire curing process itself. So the fire curing process is different in two ways. Number one, I think you heard me in the initial interview say our tobacco comes from two places in the world, primarily two places in the world: the United States, which is Kentucky, Tennessee, and Italy, in 5 different regions from top to bottom: Veneto, Umbria, Toscana, Lazio, and Campania. So. And when you look at the breakup of the tobacco itself, it's about 70% from Italy and 30% from the United States. And of that 30%, probably 75 to 85% of the tobacco from the United States is wrapper tobacco, solely because the tobacco itself here, when we fire cure it with hickory wood, it really gives a dark fire cure, mesquite, molasses, black pepper on the retro, really delicious clove, earthy tones. In Italy, we fire cure with oak wood, so it's a much lighter fire cure, but still has those indicative, white pepper, a little bit of red pepper, different cinnamon notes. It's really crazy how the fire cure itself takes place. And then, the fire cure itself is something, when you look at it, it can have a duration of anywhere from like 4 days to up to 18 days, depending on the cigar we're talking about. Okay. And throughout that entire process, there's people stoking the fire every 4 hours to ensure that the temperature and the smoke consistency stays the same. So it's a very labor-intensive product, which is why Toscano tobacco is probably one of the most expensive tobaccos that exists out there. And as I stated, it's all Kentucky seed tobacco. Even the tobacco that are in those 5 regions that I talked about in Italy, it's all Kentucky seed tobacco that was gifted in the 1300s to one of the kings in the 5 kingdoms.
Wow. Yeah. We should bring on the rest of the video crew.
Okay.
So in case they have questions, they can start
Absolutely.
asking. Yeah. And even the guys here, I think I want to hit on the Cigarage crew over here to see what their thoughts are on this cigar, at least those who are actually smoking the Toscano.
Yeah, jerks.
So who has the mic?
That's a good question. Oh, well, pass it over to White Hand.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
So first of all, I admire the shape. It's a little different. Definitely catch an eye in the cigar shop. Got a little woodsy, peppery taste. I do have a question. I read that these cigars do not have to be stored in the humidor.
Correct.
Really?
Yeah. That's why usually they keep them out in the front of your B&Ms, or they keep them in those acrylic cases.
Why is that? I'm just curious.
Is that because they're fire cured? Is that?
Yeah, so it's a collaboration between the water fermentation and the fire cure. So when our tobacco is water fermented, the oils that you usually need to ensure that are kept kind of humidified, etc., like in other tobaccos, rises to the top of the leaf, and then when the fire cure comes in, it actually locks in that oil, and it creates a film across the tobacco, so the tobacco itself becomes more durable. In addition, Toscano tobacco, Kentucky seed tobacco, is a lot more water retentive. So even when it's dry, there's still moisture in there that you can't see or feel. So that's the two reasons as to why they don't need humidification. Now, as Toscano continued to grow into the American market, and we got into, and we can touch on these toward the end of the show, the Master Age series or the Toscano Brenta, they're ones that you want to humidify solely because they're aged differently than the rest of the Toscano tobaccos. But it really is a very durable and fun cigar because like you said, what's one of the biggest frustrations that the American consumer has is keeping your damn humidor at the proper temperature and humidification. I work in the industry. I have 4 of them in this room, and each of them is different, no matter how hard I try. So,
Hey, speak for yourself, because I'm farm to table over here. Everybody knows I keep probably max 5 sticks in my daggone.
Yeah, with about 15
Boveda packs.
He takes the cigar.
Those crackers are battling each other.
So how you just explained it, is there a actual shelf life then? Since you don't have to put it in the humidor?
So let me put it this way. I'm comfortable as a brand ambassador to say they'll last for at least 1.5 years, if not 2 years, outside of a humidor without them cracking. Okay. Now, if the wrapper cracks, you're going to have a drop problem. And the longer you keep your Toscano out of humidification, the faster it's going to smoke, which means the spicier that the tobacco is going to be. So just keep that in mind also. Okay. But for example, when my nonno, my grandfather, when he passed away, I actually live in his house. It's the old homestead when they came from Italy, etc. I was going through a bunch of his stuff, and I found a box, a cigar box, and in it were Toscano Anticos from like the 50s, right after the war.
Jesus.
So I actually lit one up the night that he passed away, and it smoked fine. It smoked unbelievably. Actually, it was crazy because
wow,
it
wasn't kind of like a Tom and Jerry kind of cigar, right?
No, I swear, poof, it blew up. No, but no, it was interesting because I just did it as an experiment, and then it's neat because Sigaro Toscano, being as old as we are, having the storied lineage that we have. It brought me back to Nono washing his Lincoln in this driveway that's right outside of my cigar lounge, smoking the Toscano and putting it on the wheel. So when I came home from school, I didn't see him smoking the cigar. So it's pretty, it's pretty neat.
That is cool, man. Talk about shelf life. You'd be okay with your humidor with some of these, huh?
Yeah. See, I would not have that story to tell. My son will probably tell the story. Yeah, found Pop's old cigars for 3 days ago, and it smoked just fine.
All right, somebody has a question.
I think we have Kevin.
Okay, Kevin.
Oh no,
hold on.
Hey Mike, thanks for joining us this evening. And from one Italian to another, buonasera.
That's as far as his Italian went.
That's as far as my Italian goes, man.
Yeah. Nicaragua, he shot his load.
That's right. And I don't even know if I said that right. So, anyways,
you did buonasera. You did well.
About the cigar, this is a very, very light cigar. It's probably the lightest cigar that we've experienced as a group.
Gotcha.
Here. And it's a good cigar.
Now, which one are you smoking?
He's the Antico.
The Antico. Okay.
You're the only one with the Terre. Remember that.
And then it's.
I know. I was going to say light. Well, the bricks that he smokes.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I mean, this cigar.
Some chest busters.
This is the type of cigar. This is the first cigar you smoke of the day.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the type of cigar you would smoke early in the morning. But when I first lit it, I mean, I got. First time ever, I got a taste like a vanilla or something.
Oh, some vanilla.
Some sort of like creamy type
caramel, a little bit of caramel, a little bit of vanilla. Any flavor. I even said it in the original interview that they showed. any flavor indicative of Mother Nature that she gives to the tobacco goes right back to the consumer with Toscano. I think that's what makes them so interesting, right?
Yeah, they are very interesting.
I have to tell you, I was interested to hear you say that you saw this as a light cigar solely because the Toscano Antico, is for Toscano smokers one of the more full-bodied solely because of the tobacco that we use. The more American tobacco in our blends, the higher the nicotine content, the more body there is to the cigar. So I always love hearing the perception from other people.
Now, Michael, Kevin, you probably still in the first third though. You think?
What I was going to say is, then I started to taste a little bit of pepper. Got a little peppery as I'm smoking it. Not overwhelming. It's a good. I think it's a good cigar.
How about the retro? Did you?
I was going to just say that.
Did you do a retro hail?
No.
Okay.
Try that. You'll get some really nice dark black pepper.
Yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that.
Now, before Aaron pops in, I want to give my initial on the Terre. This, when you mentioned that fired cured, it came out immediately on this cigar, even from me smelling it and lighting it up. I got a real robust, wasn't too spicy, but more of a robust jolt to it. The draw is great. The construction is phenomenal. Shout out to one of those 40 girls, ladies, that rolls a 6 cigar. And it's starting to pick up a little bit more of the earthiness, the woodsiness.
The cultivated soil.
The cultivated soil. Yeah, I love that. I'm going to trademark that here.
You're going to have to trademark it.
And more that, I guess, that fired, cured type of process that you guys use on the Terre. I don't know if you got the same when you smoked the Terre, Michael. But
let's hope it doesn't drop. Hold on a second. Jack wants to show you.
He wants to show you his ash.
Yeah. Lower it. Yep.
There you go.
Oh yeah, there you go.
You can bring it closer to the camera. Dude, the camera's right here. You're pointing it at the TV.
Nice.
There you go. Look at that.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That's a nice ash, Jack.
Oh, Lord.
Something told me that was going to be
the good, the bad, and the ugly over here.
All wrapped up in one.
So, Mike, what notes did you get when you smoked the Terre?
Yeah, so the Terre, as I said, it's an Italian Puro pretty much. So it's all Italian tobacco. It's not going to be as full-bodied as other cigars that we have in the portfolio because, like I said, you are going to get a lot lighter solely because of the the oak fire cure. But what you get with this particular cigar is interesting complexity because the tobaccos themselves that were chosen by our master blenders for this cigar have incredibly different notes to it. So the powerful jolt that you got is most certainly the tobacco from Ponte Corvo because it's a much more full-bodied tobacco when we talk about Italian tobacco throughout the peninsula. Now, to the original comment about it getting a little bit spicier, you're going to get that because don't forget, the design of the Toscano is truncated. So it's thin at both ends, but fattens in the middle. We have the pancia grossa, the fat belly in the middle. And that's actually where the most flavor and full-bodied sensation of the cigar is.
I was just going to say, because I'm right there.
The transition is...
oh, my God.
It makes the transition a little more significant.
It is, and you will notice a significant difference, which is why, we talked about Toscano not needing humidification. We also call this cigar Il Sigaro dell'Amicizia, or the cigar of friendship. So you can take a Toscano, a long format cigar, and cut it in half. And there's two reasons for doing that. Number one, you can share it with somebody that doesn't have a cigar. But the main reason that Toscano aficionados do that is because that's where they want the full flavor.
Yeah, the full flavor right from the beginning. Yep.
Nice.
So,
and you know what? I've actually heard one of the B&Ms say that to me. It's like, well, if you want, you can split that. I'm like, why would I want to? But he explained the exact same thing you said. Like if somebody doesn't have a cigar, you can splice it in half, and you can both start with like a full flavored cigar.
Right.
Because I'm telling you, like it does pick up for those who are smoking the Antico,
Mhm.
not the Terre. You gotta roll them R's.
Yeah, I heard about that. All right, so Michael, we got a question from Aaron.
No question here, but just a rebut from Kevin.
Okay.
Like for those that know me, I smoke a lot of the lighter, smaller gauge cigars, and for me, this packed a lot more punch than what I'm used to.
Okay.
So I thought at the very minimum, we're talking about a medium body, if not more.
I mean, okay, look who first said, this is kind of a light cigar.
Yeah.
Kevin.
No, like for me, it was pretty meaty.
The L40
Like,
King over here.
I liked it.
Liga Kev.
And
But yeah, and again, I think that goes to everybody's palate, right? So, like,
Correct.
It all depends on what you smoke. It's what you're used to, what you've trained your palate to look for. But coming from a purely Toscano side, the Toscano Antico is one of the more full-bodied cigars that we offer because it's got an American wrapper with Italian and American fill, about a 60-40 American to Italian fill. So, you're both of you are right, because again, if you're a heavy-bodied smoker, you're going to think it's light. But like you just said, if you're a lighter-bodied smoker, this should really pack a little bit more of a punch for you.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, we have.
And just one other thing I wanted to say, because I forgot to answer one of the questions before it just popped back into my head. You talked about the aging process.
Yes.
So the majority of Toscano tobacco pre-roll is aged for about 6 months, if not a year. And then it depends on the cigar after that. So, for example, the Toscano Antico, as we're sitting here and we're smoking it, that is a cigar that's aged for 12 months post-roll. So you're looking at almost 2 years of aging of the tobacco itself.
Gotcha.
Which is what nullifies the potency of that fire cure from the beginning, and it differentiates from others on the market. And plus the woods we use differentiate from others on the market also.
Gotcha. All right, we have Basement Jack with a question for you, Michael.
Hey, Paisan, Mike.
Oh, jeez.
You took my picture off the website.
Oh, jeez. He gonna want residuals. He wants royalties off it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No,
I'll
but
get that back up there.
Take ugly for so long.
Yeah.
You can blur out his face. Don't worry about it.
Pixelate his face.
Put a smiley on top of it.
This cigar
we are harsh
is
proud,
really
bro.
nice. It's
So Jackson,
a wonderful smoke.
The cigar. That's the what is it? The and what?
Antico.
Antico.
Yeah, I'm smoking the Future cigar.
Yeah, no, you're
And
not.
it's
I'm smoking the Future
it's good.
cigar.
If mine was a tough draw in the very beginning, and
I saw you was trying to open it up with the draw.
I did, and
right?
I punctured a hole in it.
Oh Jesus!
So now,
Well,
but it's fine.
That's also, just so you know, that I'm glad that you said that, because that is something that you get with Toscano, the hand rolls and the way that it's rolled. And I'm glad you didn't give up on it, because when we first came to the country, I was always afraid as the brand ambassador that people are going to be like, what the hell, this cigar doesn't pull. Just give it a second. Either roll it in your fingers a little bit or cut a little bit of the end off, and it'll open it up. Or like
in the
do
center.
what you did. Yeah.
Yeah, right in the fat part.
Okay.
Or even on the end. Or even on the end, you can cut about an eighth or a quarter of an inch off the end, and it should open it right up for you.
Too late now. I already punctured a hole in the side. But
He's smoking a cigar with He's smoking a cigar with a punctured
you
lung. You got a punctured lung in your doggone cigar.
It had a great head on it. The ash lasted.
I
and as
didn't
soon as
have
I
a
walked
single
away,
issue with
it fell in my lap. But
yeah, you had a great ash while it
but
lasted.
It's
So I guess Dirty Biker or Diamond Doug, y'all have any questions?
Well, they're not smoking.
I know, but they still might have questions.
I do have a question, and it's only because I'm a history buff, and Mike not to, but I'm curious. So you say the seed was from Kentucky back in the, did you say 1400s?
1300s. What is now Kentucky, Tennessee? What is now Kentucky, Tennessee? Yeah.
I was going to say, is that so? Those seeds were gifted by the indigenous to the Italians.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Well before it was Kentucky, Tennessee. Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And that's what's interesting about it, because it was, the tobacco that was shipped over initially. If you go into our factory, you'll actually see some of the original barrels from not the 1300s, but let's say the 1800s, from the first very mass production of Toscano.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's pretty neat to see. But yes, it's a good point. Obviously, in the 1300s, Kentucky wasn't there, but from that region is where the seeds came from.
Got it. And then complete side note, obviously your family is from Italy. What part of Italy are they from? Because my wife was born and raised in Calabria.
Oh, nice. My mother's Calabrese too. Too.
There you go. Yep. Somehow they probably, your mother, my father-in-law, they probably knew each other. That's small
Who the
town.
hell knows? You never know.
Exactly. There you go.
Listen, where I live in Pennsylvania, where all the immigrants are from the same exact town and region. I never dated a girl in my town because I knew I was going to be related to her some way.
That's exactly right. Exactly.
Smart man.
But yeah, my father's family's from Umbria, so it's kind of a mix of the two. Central Italy and southern Italy.
Nice.
All right, so we have another question, I think, from Bobby.
Okay.
How are you, man?
Say it again.
Hey, by the way, first, thanks, Will, for bringing some cigars so we can all taste these. I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Hey, listen, man, like Kevin at first, it was pretty mellow, man. But when I got into it, a lot of good spices in this thing, man. I love the construction. I like the way it's designed of the cigar. I literally will buy these and keep these in my house, man, because it's a good hour, 45-minute smoke or so. And
Absolutely.
with the flavor is really good. The draw is absolutely amazing. It did start out a little tight, like Jack said, but once I got into it, this is really moving up my list of top 3 or 4 cigars I've ever smoked. I like it. Thank you so much, man.
And that's coming from a Liga diehard smoker.
Yeah.
It's a great cigar.
Bobby has joined us here in the Cigarage. I got to tell you.
And Bobby said he's from Italy too, but from Southern.
Italian. Blood Italian, okay? Black and Italian, not really.
Did somebody say I want to be Italian?
I was going to say something I forgot. I was starting on it, but
yeah, Dirty Biker, you have a question for Michael?
No, I think pretty much everything was brought up that I would have asked or whatever, but I'm good.
All
right. Well, I got to tell you, I was going to say Bobby was one of those guys when he first came to the Cigarage. He would only smoke one type of cigar from one brand only. And it wasn't until he started with experimenting with the cigars that we bring in that it kind of opened up his palate to something else. And this is why we do what we do.
Absolutely.
And I'm telling you, when you hear somebody that's been so adamant about one particular cigar, tell you that this cigar has moved up in the line, that's saying something.
That's saying
no, and I'm honored to have heard that. It really is. And it's interesting too. Like, I'm just saying this solely because, let's be honest. Everybody that saw Toscano, you're probably like, "What the hell is this thing? Why would I ever smoke it?" Right? And that was the original hurdle we had to overcome when I first started with the company. And we've made amazing strides. It went from "What the hell is that cigar?" at PCA to lines out the booth to place orders. And then even more so than that, what I'm finding a lot of now, especially in the past 3 or 4 years, is a lot of retailers saying to me, reaching out, calling me, "Hey, we got to take in some of your product because people are asking for it." Like, it's not lighting the world on fire in my shop, but I have at least 5 or 6 guys asking for it, which is enough for me to say, "Hey, this is a real thing. We got to take it in now." So,
and with that, it's also very, very price point effective.
Yes,
absolutely.
Oh my God, it is so friendly to the consumers. I
Well,
don't know. Well, here's the thing. Normally, a lot of the guys, spend $15, $20 on a cigar. You go into the shop and you can pick this up for $5.
Yep.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And on top of that, because everybody here in the Cigarage, know me as Mr. Frugal, I can actually cut this in half and have 2 sticks in it. So
save it for another day.
$3.30. I'm good to go.
You laugh as much as you want. Do you know that in order to get the cigar to sell at first, I used to use that 24/7? Like, hey, look at the price point. At that point, it was, whatever, $22, $23 a box of 5. Listen, you're paying that for 10 cigars. What the hell's the matter with you? This is practically free. Just buy the damn box. If you don't like it, you're not going to hate yourself for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
But there's all kinds of different ways to look at it. But the one thing I will say too is we talk about the cutting of the cigar in half. I know that we have a history buff here. You'll find this most interesting, and I think everybody finds it interesting, is the reason that we started to cut the cigar in half was because of World War II. So after the war, production plummeted, but demand stayed consistent. Then after the war, after things calmed, they still weren't able to catch up with the production, but demand increased. So they started to cut the whole Toscano cigars in half and sell them by the half stick to keep up with the demand until production.
Wow.
Yeah.
And that was a smart move.
Wow. Smart move indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I tell you, I got turned on to this cigar about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it was like a shop that I normally don't go to. And I was like, what the hell are these? And he goes, oh, you've never had a Toscano? I'm like, no. He goes, you should try it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, I think it was right next to the Kentucky Route or something.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Shit, let me give it a chance. And I really liked it. I can't tell you which one it was. It was probably the Classico or something.
Yeah.
But I was like, man, this is pretty cool. So I've always had a few in stock. Yeah.
Well, and listen, like Toscano itself, we're interesting looking, we're weird, it kind of scares people at first, but what people are starting to realize too is this cigar is composed of Ligero and Viso tobacco. It's the top primes of the plant. Like this is premium as premium can get for tobacco in essence. And then when you put in the labor, the man hours and female hours that go into this, like it's incredible. It really is. And people are starting to overlook the appearance. It's almost like my first date with my wife. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you eventually get there, and you're like, oh, this is nice. This is actually a cigar that I can warm up to. And sure enough, we don't look to overtake any cigars. We're lucky, right? So we have a cigar that's very unique. So we're not competing with any of the other cigars out there. In fact, I come from the vein of life where there's room for everybody to exist. You're never going to hear Toscano or anybody from our company talk negatively about another cigar, another owner, another manufacturer, because it just doesn't suit who we are as a family, and it's also not justified.
Right.
Toscano itself is its own thing, and I think that we have a leg up for that. So, we just want to be put in people's rotations. It's a different pace smoke. It's a different flavor smoke.
It totally is.
It's something that just helps refine and change the palate, brings you back to, reality after smoking a bunch of cigars. So, and that's what we look for. That's what we look to be in people's rotation.
No, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, it's such a different look of a cigar that it does draw your attention.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
And then the fact that you don't really need to keep it in a humidor, I mean, that's a plus for Kel, definitely.
Yes, it is.
I've got a question about that. So, obviously, for B&Ms, it's a perfect cigar because it doesn't take up shelf space.
Exactly.
But the question I have is for those that do buy them, and whether it be the climate that they're in or if they do put them in their humidor, how does that change the experience of the smoke? Does it smoke differently? Should you keep it? Do you recommend keeping it out of a humidor if you have humidors full of cigars? I mean, what's the recommendation and how does it change?
Yeah, so let's talk about putting it in with other cigars. It's not going to bleed. The aroma of the fire cure is not going to bleed into other cigars. They're wrapped in cellophane themselves, and it's not super. It's not gonna harm your other cigars. Now, to answer your question about whether to keep them humidified or not, I actually have half my Toscano in humidors and the other half outside because it changes the smoke completely. Earlier, I touched on how outside of a humidor for an extended period of time will dry the cigar out even more. But what you need to realize too is that even when Toscano's put in the cellophane, our cellophane is plant-based, so it's breathable. So it still allows fermentation to happen with the tobacco itself while it's being cellophane. So you're going to continue to age that cigar while it's cellophane. When it's not in the humidor, it's going to dry a little bit, and it's going to tighten, and it's going to really, really become a high spice cigar. Whereas the smoke from the Toscano that are in the humidor, it's a little bit of a cooler smoke, a lot thicker smoke, and you get a lot more of the more earthy tones rather than just the spice when you keep it in the humidor.
Okay.
So and it also depends on what you're going to drink. Like today with the Crown Royale that I have out, I actually took one of the Anticos that I have outside of my humidor because I wanted a little bit more spice to combat the liquor. So it all depends. By the way, that's what I love to do when I do my events. I do pairing experiences. So
what's your favorite pairing for the Toscano?
So cigar and drink, you're saying?
Yes, sir.
So I am a big fan of the Toscano Garibaldi. The Garibaldi, somebody mentioned the Antico being your early morning smoke. To me, the Toscano Garibaldi is your morning, afternoon, evening, whenever the hell you want to smoke it, solely because it comes from Benevento, the tobacco, which the tobacco fields lie within the shadow of Mount Vesuvius. So the volcanic ash changed the soil composition and added a little bit more acidity and nutrients to the soil. So that tobacco has a little bit of sweetness to it. And because of that, I like to pair the Toscano Garibaldi with a Godfather. The Godfather is my favorite drink to pair with the Garibaldi. And the Godfather is a 1-to-1 mixture of Amaretto di Saronno and whatever your favorite whiskey bourbon is. It's completely on you. But it's really nice because as you smoke it and as you go through the pairing itself, it changes the cigar, changes the body, it changes the complexity, it changes the alcohol. You taste more sweetness. Then you do bourbon. Then if you do it the opposite way, you taste more bourbon. Then you do sweetness. It's a whole thing that, maybe the next time if I'm afforded the opportunity to come on the show, we'll do a pairing session with you guys. And
yes.
Sure everybody. Yeah. And just so everybody knows, because you guys heard the guy saying, oh, the semi-chosen cigar, or whatever the hell the term was that you used.
The semi-featured.
Semi-featured, that's it. I sent out an entire care package to you guys to have, and for whatever reason, the Postal Service cannot locate it. So we resent it out today. We 2-dayed it, so you guys will still have the Toscano Terre with you and some goodies from Toscano.
Michael,
we apologize on behalf of that.
Hey, don't worry about it, Michael. You are in luck because the Cigarage we touch and talk to and communicate to so many people, so many different walks of life across this great planet of ours. Tony, who just joined us, is a postmaster.
Oh, get him on the phone. I want to
he's right here.
He's right here. He just joined.
But hold on, he's on vacation.
That's why they didn't get there. That's why they didn't get there.
He's a postmaster for your United States Postal Service out here in, is it Massapequa, Long Island?
Yes, sir. so that's why they didn't get there, is because he's down in St. Martin.
Yeah, because he was on vacation. Yeah. That's why that package didn't get there.
Wait, so
we got Tony on the job next time there, Michael.
Right. Well, all you got to do is give him the tracking number, and he'll track out where the hell
we will. I want to know where it went. And this isn't and listen, it is what it is. The Postal Service is usually great, but we've had a couple issues lately. I just want to know where the hell our cigar goes. Listen, if the postmaster and others are smoking in the back room, I'm happy. Just enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with it.
You'll get more buyers that way.
That's it. You guys do what you want to do with it. I just want to make sure it got into somebody's hands. That's all.
So wait a second. Are we saying Tony's joining us from St. Martin? Yeah,
yes, all right.
Tony, we can hear you.
Yes, sir. You guys hear me?
Sir.
You hear me?
Loud and clear.
Yeah, I just got back from dinner.
Nice.
And yes, I'm in St. Martin, and I was able to. I'm out on the balcony. I don't think I'm supposed to be out here doing this shit.
Hey, that's all right. We won't tell.
This place is kind of empty because it's like the beginning of their off season, so there's really not too many people here.
Yeah.
But
so there ain't nobody gonna
be
complain
taking
about
everything
it.
out. I like to say shit.
Now, Michael,
St. Martin is awesome. St. Martin is awesome.
And I'm smoking a Padron 1964. Ooh. And I am drinking.
Do not tell me that big black dick.
No, yeah. Oh,
big black dick rum.
Oh my God.
Big black dick rum.
You know, that's something I don't want to hear again. I'm sipping on a big black dick.
Boom.
That's meant for the after show.
Yes, after show.
It's smoky.
Well, there goes the opportunity to send this to the president of Manufacturero Cigar Toscano.
So, Michael, we do have another question from Kev here in the audience. Go ahead, Kevin.
Well, it's not really a question; it's a comment. I'm down to the nub on this thing, and the last quarter of this thing, it got spicy. It's as spicy as it's been, and it's not overbearing. But it's probably the tastiest part of the.
So you got a little treat at the end.
Yes.
And, you got a happy ending.
Yeah, and I mean, I think this is a great cigar. and I'm not saying these nice things because I'm afraid of a horse head being in my bed. But,
oh, that was good. That
good
was
move.
good.
Good
That was
move.
good. That was good.
Hey, we're gonna
That
take.
was good. That was
Yep.
good.
We're gonna
You
take.
stereotypical SOB.
We're gonna take a slight pause and come back to Michael, because what I want to talk about right now, just and share with everybody, over the past weekend, Ruben and myself participated in the PTSD awareness motorcycle ride up in Hickory. If you notice, I'm wearing one of the shirts. It's from the Airborne chapter up there in Hickory. It was a phenomenal event. Close to about 200 bikes up there. Um, long story short, I probably sweated my what off because it was piss hot out there, but it was for a great cause. And one of our fellow friends, Miguel, aka Sandman, follow him on both Instagram and YouTube. Actually told us about the event, and he's part of this airborne chapter. He's a retired first sergeant from the United States Army, 82nd Airborne, hoorah. And we wanted to go up there and show our support. And I believe Ruben put together a little short video for us to watch. We're gonna play that, talk about it a little bit more, then circle back to the cigar. Okay, all right,
let's do it.
Oh, who's that? Look at that. Look.
Oh, I'm jamming to this, bro. I hope this is royalty-free music.
Should be. Put it on camera. Put that poster.
Damn, that sounded good, bro.
And I tell you,
and looked great too.
One of the last photos there was some of my buddies who rides with the Chariots of Thunder motorcycle club up here in Charlotte. And I tell you, man, those guys was phenomenal. We rolled out 7 deep from Charlotte up to Hickory, and I think I think it said it should have took us about an hour and 15 minutes. I think we got there probably in about a little bit under an hour. These guys ran the point for us. I worked the back. I like riding in the back, tail gunner. Yeah, here we go.
Save it for the after
But
show.
yeah, right. And the reason why I want to give these guys a shout out, because they took the bull by the horns and made sure our little small group made it up there safe and sound, which was great. And I can't thank them enough for doing that. And the ride itself, I didn't do the ride because I wanted to get some content, but one of the guys who rode up with us, Pete, he actually did the ride, and he said the ride was beautiful. I should have went on the ride because they had a police escort the whole duration of the ride, so it was none of this stop and go, dirty biker, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go, stop and go. They had a nice little scenic ride through a couple other small towns surrounding Hickory, and they all came back. Like I say, he said they was averaging probably between 40, 50 miles an hour without even stopping. And that's something awesome to have on a ride like that for it to be as hot as it is.
Hell yeah.
So we just wanted to share that with you guys here.
No, I appreciate you sharing that, man. I love seeing it. I loved hearing that music, man.
Yeah.
Just hoping it's
That was good. That was good.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I know we had a comment in the.
I was sitting here chilling.
Yeah, right? Chilling. Truck seller Ben, he says, been missing you guys. Crazy travel. Don't have a Toscano tonight, but would if I had realized they were there. See y'all in July. All right.
Nice.
We'll see him in a little while. And guess what, Ghana versus Panama. Ghana just beat them by 1.
I was pulling for Panama.
And I told you, this World Cup has all the people that normally will move forward going crazy because you got all the underdogs
So it's really
pulling out some crazy shit. I mean, look at Portugal.
Yeah.
Unreal, bro.
Ghana scored that goal in the 94th minute.
Yeah, I know.
Or in the 101st. I'm
Yeah.
like, they said 6+ minutes. I'm like,
I know.
They went 101 minutes. I was like, when is the 6 minutes up?
This-
And Dougie,
this
I don't want to
World-
hear from you.
This World Cup has really been interesting, and as you know, I'm praying that the men's team. I'll tell you what, I was overly shocked by their capabilities in the first game.
They looked sharp in the first half.
They did, and listen, they faced one of the toughest defenses, in my opinion, in the cup. I mean, their defense is lights out. So it was interesting to see them get 4 goals. Now, obviously, as an Italian, also, I'm incredibly frustrated, but at the same time, hey, at least we're not going to lose.
Well,
hey, shout out to
you guys aren't in it.
I know. Thank you for reminding me.
Hey, shout out to the QC Monarchs. I don't know who they are, but they just put a comment up here.
The Black Stars. Okay.
All right.
Are they part of your ride?
I don't know. Were they QC Monarchs? Was you part of that PTSD awareness ride? And if in the Black Stars, is that your club? If so, let me know so I can give you guys a proper shout out.
And Michael, check this.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Yeah, I'm ready to burn some fingernails on this.
Dedication is dedication. But yeah, and one of the things too that you guys misunderstand.
Okay.
No, go ahead. They were having a side conversation. Go ahead, Michael.
We just got a correction. The Black Stars is the name of the Ghana national football team.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, it's Ken. Cool.
Interesting.
Oh, Tony's got a question. Go ahead, Tony.
Get it.
Actually, are you guys talking about the World Cup? I'm in St. Martin. Half of the southern part of the country is Dutch, and the northern part is French.
Yep.
So we were up in the French section yesterday.
And he timed out.
Oh,
it's got to be the St. Martin Wi-Fi.
Nah, I know what you're going to say. He was going to say, "Go Knicks." Boom.
Knicks in 5, baby.
Knicks in 5.
That was something too.
My mayor is Muslim. My bagel is Jewish. The Pope's on my side. And the Knicks in 5, baby.
and the milkshakes still aren't there.
Oh,
Lord. Unbelievable.
So do we have I'm looking at Brazil. Gotcha.
Yeah, Germany in 2006 World Cup.
Oh,
But don't
nice.
forget Germany in 2014.
Nice. All right, so look, we're gonna wrap this up real fast to see if anybody else have any other questions for Michael Capellinni, and also we're gonna talk a little bit about what we have upcoming next week.
Yep.
You don't want to miss this show next week. We got a very, very good show lined up for you.
And I'm glad you didn't miss this show.
And we definitely want to thank Michael for taking his time out and joining us to kind of educate us on the Toscano cigars and how
You got
it
it right.
created. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good now.
Toscano.
Yep.
Toscano.
Boom.
And
20-minute conversation back and forth.
Yeah. And you have that blooper reel now.
So yeah, first, Michael, everybody here in the Cigarage is giving you a cigar a thumbs up, so that's great. You passed the litmus test with the Cigarage crew.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for having me. I mean, it means the world. I'm glad that, when Will reached out initially, I was super happy that we were able to connect with PCA. I look forward to a long partnership, a long friendship, and, keep doing what you guys are doing, because I said it in the original interview at PCA, the cigar media, guys like you who actually care and make it what you guys make it what it is. So really and truly, thank you. From a manufacturing standpoint, from a messaging standpoint, we're really blessed to have you guys on our side. So thank you.
I appreciate that. And look, I didn't want this show to, shit the whatever it's called. Shit the
I don't know. You got me. I I'm at a loss.
Shit the bird, whatever it's called.
Shit the bed.
Shit the bed. That's it.
Bed.
I knew it was a B something. Shit. Couldn't think of it, man. I just went blank. But that's why I picked up the Antico, because at least it was available. And I think Michael and I had that discussion. If you're going to pick up anything, pick up the Antico.
Yeah.
Well, because also, hey, real fast, just before I know you're closing out, but it's important to understand why I chose the Antico too. We just got the official Italian trademark of Made in Italy, the historic trademark that's only given to a handful of products in the Italian Republic. And now coming out with our next run of our boxes, the Storico Marco will be right on the box. So
oh, that's
cool.
beautiful, bro. That is beautiful. Hell's
pretty
yeah.
neat.
Hold on.
Do you have what's the face?
Yeah, he's got it. But yeah, Michael, thank you so much. You're more than welcome to stick around
for the
after show. We'll go off live, but we'll still be on so that everybody can, talk shit before the next game.
Perfect. I'll stick around for a couple of minutes. I got to see. I think one of my sons is still awake, so I'm gonna try to say goodnight.
All right. No worries.
All right.
And Tony just went dark.
Yeah. So once again,
they shut his lights off.
Once again, let's give Michael a
There we
round.
go.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me now?
Hey.
Yeah.
Now, you can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Now,
hello,
next
1
week.
2. Check 1, check 2.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we can hear you, but you still froze. But
okay. What I was saying.
Yeah.
Okay. I was on the north part of this island is French. The south part is Dutch, is where I am now. But we went to the French section yesterday, and we were at the beach there, beautiful beaches and all. And we were driving back. It was just after France beat Senegal. Those people went fucking insane. We thought they were going to jump on our car, and we were like in trouble. But they were just so happy, running around with their flags. And music, and it was an experience, man.
So they didn't go New York Knicks nuts on you.
It was close.
There were plenty of Knicks hats around. But it was all about French flags yesterday.
Love it.
So
this is a beautiful place, man. If you haven't been here, you definitely
awesome. It's beautiful. I've been. It's beautiful.
So just a little preview for next week, guys. Make sure, again, tell a friend, because we're going to be doing two things, actually. We're going to be doing one of our loyal Cigarage viewer, or I don't know, sponsor, not sponsor, but viewer cigar. Smoker's Choice. We're going to be smoking the Rocky Patel. What is it? The Decade. The Rocky Patel Decade. Featured by Aaron. I was going to say it, but I'll save it for next week.
Okay.
And also, go ahead.
I came through. I said I would buy it for everybody.
Yep. Came through. Yep. And also, we're going to have Alvin A.C. Jacobs, to talk a little bit about his background. He's a photographer, avid Harley Davidson motorcycle rider. He's been a brand ambassador with these guys for a while, and he has a new book coming out. He also did, back in April of last year, he did a exhibition over at the Harvey Gantt Center here in Charlotte, North Carolina, with his exhibit being Black Behind Bars. So he's going to be joining us next week too, as well, to talk us a little bit about his experience in the motorcycle world and talk about his book. So I'm very excited about that too. Make sure you guys tell a friend. We're going to try and expand some of our content here as we're doing. We are, as Ruben would say, we're developing our palette, and we start to bring some more experiences here to the show. So I'm definitely looking forward to that and having a good conversation with him.
While we're on the topic of doing something else, just want to let everybody know, August 7th, Brian the Butcher Battle is going to be here in Charlotte on the PFL, Professional Filing League. He's back in the game, and he'll be here in Charlotte August 7th. So I already reached out because Michael, I don't know if you know, but he was actually in the studio here with us, talking about his cigar, the Butcher. And that was a hell of a show. We went through too many bottles of Ashanti.
Yes.
That rum, if you haven't had it, oh my God. You need to get it. Ooh,
So definitely be
but
on the lookout for that.
Be on the lookout for that.
And
Hopefully, I can be there and see it in person.
And also September 26th.
Oh,
it's going to be Michael, our 4th annual meet and greet here in Charlotte, North Carolina. And we're going to be hosting it because we just signed contracts today over at Independence Harley Davidson.
Just today.
We're going to have food. We're going to have music. We're also going to be doing a Cigars for Warriors motorcycle ride. They're trying to help raise some cigars. Last year, we did over 600 cigars, and we have given ourselves the hefty task of doing at least 1,000 cigars. So anybody, we are taking donations as we speak. People are already dropping off cigars for us because they love what we're doing and how we're doing it. So tell a friend about that too as well. And Michael, if you're in the Charlotte area and want to participate, just give us one of a shout out and we'd be more than happy to get you squared away. We got people that's already watching us right now as we speak on the screen that's coming in from Ohio. Doug is coming in from Ohio. Dirty Biker is riding his bike from Michigan all the way down here to Charlotte. We got Tony
from St. Martin.
It's coming down from
St. Martin.
All the way from St. Martin.
By way of Long Island, New York.
By way of Long Island, New York, coming down to check us out. And we're going to have a blast. Last year was great. We obviously looking forward to doing bigger and better things this year. And the only way we could do that is make sure we spread the word to everybody who wants to participate and anybody who wants to come.
And Michael, you'll have more than royalty-free rights to put that reel on your website. At least the blooper reel. It'll make people laugh.
One of them's got to go up. But, the rum that he was drinking might pull me from putting this one up. But, there is.
You may not want to put that on your website. I don't know.
There is like the blooper reel is pretty funny. I'm going to send it to the team because they're going to kick out of it.
I think they would.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. Once again, my friend, we want to thank everybody who took time out of their busy day to come join us on this fantastic show and this podcast. And once again, shout out to Michael Capellinni from Toscano Cigars.
Yes, sir.
For spitting some knowledge, talking about his cigars, and blessing us with some cigars to try and sample, which he got a great, outstanding thumbs up from everybody here in the Cigarage. And with that being said, we want everybody out there to be happy, to be healthy, to be safe. But more importantly, we want you to be easy. Till next week, God bless. Have a fantastic week. We love you. See you then. Take care.